Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Strange World. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. This is a Disney animated movie. I mean, animation is Disney's bread and butter. It's been that way ever since Snow White back in 1937. Like, they've made so much. It's unbelievable. So let's just go through. Well, let's just like quickly go through all this because I don't want to be here all day. But let's just go all this stuff from the Disney Renaissance to now, just to simplify things. So, like, you have Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, uh, Hunchback to Notre Dame, Pocahontas. That's kind of meh. I don't know if too many people consider that to be a classic. But there's also Hercules, Mulan, Tarzan, Emperor's New Groove. That's a classic right there. I know Atlantis: The Lost Empire has its fans. I haven't seen it, but I know it has a big cult following. Same as Treasure Planet. Neither of those did very well. Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, and Treasure Planet, they didn't do well financially, but they gained an audience later on. Brother Bear did Chicken Little trash. Meet the Robinsons is pretty good. That could have done better financially though. Bolt did okay. Princess and the Frog did good, but like the 2010s, boy, that was a great time for Disney animation. I mean, you got Tangled, Wreck It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, all making big money, especially Frozen 1 and 2, and Zootopia. A lot of these are all just smash hits and all pretty much well received. I know Ralph Breaks the Internet isn't very good. I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it, but I've heard not so great things about it. Frozen 2 is alright. But the rest of these, Moana, Zootopia, Big Hero 6, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, Tangled, bangers. All of them, I'd say. I guess Princess and the Frog, too. That's a banger, too. But yeah, so obviously Disney Animation has a very impressive list of movies, list of successes, has a strong pedigree. So yeah, I would consider that to be an easy pro right there. Another pro is that it's Thanksgiving weekend. This is important because Disney is synonymous with Thanksgiving weekend. They always like to release a movie on Thanksgiving weekend. They've done this for years and years and years. Several of the movies I just showed off did this. Let's go back to that. And Kanto did it last year. Frozen 2 came out the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to count that, but it still dominated Thanksgiving 2019. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Moana, Frozen, Tangled, they all did it. Princess and the Frog, that was a wide release like in December, so that doesn't count. Bolt doesn't count either. It was like this from at least Disney animation. There's also like from Pixar. Coco came out in 2017. Good Dinosaur 2015. Well, Good Dinosaur was a disaster, but Coco was a big hit. Trying to think of some others. Muppets in 2011. That was a hit. Uh, darn. Enchanted 2007. That was a hit. Hell, that's gone the sequel on Disney. It has a sequel on Disney Plus right now, Disenchanted. I'm interested in watching it. I don't know if it's good or not, but I guess I'll find out. But trying to think of some others. Those are the main ones that come off the top of my head when it comes to Disney movies coming out on Thanksgiving, and a lot of these have been very successful. You sure you had some bombs like Good Dinosaur, for instance, but you know Disney has clearly likes the Thanksgiving weekend because the family audience shows up big time that weekend. So like that's prime time for family movies. So besides summer and Christmas. So yeah, this getting a Thanksgiving release date, I would consider that to be a pro. Any other pros? Its reviews are solid. They're nowhere near the best for Disney animated movies, but 76%, well, 74% isn't bad. Critic score, audience score, that's a whole nother story. But we'll talk about that when we get to the cons. But its critic score, solid enough. So I consider that to be a pro ish. It's a decent enough score, so that's a pro. Another pro is that there's a severe lack of direct competition. I mean, family movies, like what's out there? Lyle Crocodile has been out for like well over a month at this point. And after A Strange World, there won't be another one until Puss in Boots, and that's not till like late-ish December. So competition, like at least direct competition, won't be much of an issue here. So I would consider that to be a pro. Lack of direct competition. I mean, I know there's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, also from Disney, but obviously these are completely different genres and different mediums. One's a live action superhero movie, one's an animated movie. Can't compare those. So, yeah, when it comes to direct competition, there really isn't anything, at least on the immediate horizon. So that's a pro. That's literally it. That's it. Okay, cons. The marketing. What the hell? The marketing has been so pathetic for this movie. Like it's been non-existent for the most part. I mean, sure, it's ramped up recently, but for the past few months, there's just been radio silence when it comes to Disney, which is odd. You think, well, like, again, animation has been their bread and butter for like a long time. They really love pushing their animated stuff. Why would they not push this at all? It's like they just let just almost like they left it out. They just let it out to die or something. Like I thought it was like really weird. I was just like, Disney, what are you doing? Like, this is your big Thanksgiving movie, and you're just giving this like giving it no push. What the hell, Disney? Like, so yeah, even the marketing they do have, it doesn't tell you anything. It gives you like no reason to watch the movie. So it's just marketing is bad, very bad. It's been just pitiful. And it really gives you the vibe that Disney gave up on this movie a long time ago and they just want to dump it out there. That's the vibe I've gotten from this movie with how they marketed it. So, I mean, like, the fact that the most traction this movie ever got was from like a Ben Shapiro tweet really should really tell you something right there. So, that's a con, big, massive con, bad marketing. Now, this next part isn't a con or a pro, but I'm gonna have to mention it because I have to, because that's been like the main. I have to mention this. I can't just ignore it. So as you know, this movie, just gonna rip off the band-aid, as a gay character, a gay teen character, and Disney, they always like to do this is our first openly gay character, like our first ever gay character. It's become memed on. It's been memed to death by the internet. It's been mocked and memed. People are like, oh look, this is their 45th first gay character. It's I mean, Disney, they kind of they do this to themselves, really, because it all comes off as like so phony and fake, especially with like some of their first gay characters where either they barely like just like you would never know they were even like it felt like either it felt like really tacked on or they made it like a very minor character who was gay so they can remove them from like when they release in like other foreign markets like Russia or China or whatever. So yeah, the Disney does not have a good reputation at all when it comes to I guess LGBT plus representation. They've been notorious for how fake they are when it comes to it. This is a little less fake because it's like a main character. You can't just cut a main character out of the movie because that's gonna screw the whole movie up. But yeah, I just want to mention that because it's like this is literally the same thing as Lightyear, almost like to a T, Because with Lightyear, the whole big controversy, I call it a non-controversy, but the controversy surrounding it was like, oh my god, gay people, gay people are in this movie. Like, there's a gay lesbian couple and they kiss. What disgusting! Like, that was literally the whole controversy, and I thought it was so dumb, so dumb. Um, but yeah, like Lightyear, I don't know how much of this, like the whole gay character thing, I don't know how much it's gonna affect the movie. There's no data to really explain how it's gonna affect it. But we know Lightyear bombed very hard. But I feel like that was due to a multitude of things. With this, I feel like I think it's less to do with the gay character, and more to do with a lot of things like Disney's complete failure when it comes to marketing this thing. I think that'll be the biggest failure, the biggest reason for the failure. But still wanted to mention it because that's been like the big talking point surrounding this movie is the gay teen character in the movie. So now that we got that out of the way, other cons. Its audience score, yikes. Oh god, it's really bad. It's like 59%, which is abysmal for a movie like this. I'm I haven't looked at it specifically, like verified ratings. I can only imagine what it's going to be about. I mean, there's no way it's going to be about the gay character. I doubt that. that's that's ridiculous. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to look at it now. I'm going, for lack of better uh judgment, I'm gonna look through these. So this is verified audience. Yeah, yeah. I see it. There's one. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see some of that. Da 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 da. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Ch- yeah, yeah. It's not as like, I guess, vast as I thought it would be when I thought like all the reactions would be just about the gay character, but they're there. You look it up; they are there. They exist. So, but still, that 59% bad. That's not something that's really not good. So yeah, bad audience score. Con, big con. Uh, Another con easily. It's Tuesday preview numbers. They are weak as hell. They are downright abysmal. And I'm about to really show you how abysmal it really is. So let's compare it to last year's Disney Thanksgiving movie, Encanto. Seems like a fair comparison. Encanto came out last year, didn't do too hot. But its Tuesday preview number was, let me see. Here it is. 1.5 million. So this literally did about half as much as that, and Encanto wasn't even a hit in the first place. So that's a really, really, really terrible sign for this movie. The fact that it couldn't even make Encanto money. That's a sign of straight up disaster. But let's look at, say, the bad guys. I know this isn't a Thanksgiving movie, but I need something like from this year. It's a non-sequel. 1.5, 1.1 million. So worse than that. Let's look at some other Disney movies. Moana. That was Thanksgiving. That's comparable. So let's look at that. Moana. Da, 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 da. How did it do? 2.6. Okay, things are not getting any better. In fact, they're getting worse when it comes to comparisons. Coco. It's from Pixar, but still, Thanksgiving Disney movie. Let's look at that. Coco. How did it do? Oh, it doesn't show it. Shoot. I think it was like 2 million or something, like 2.3. I don't remember. But what else is there I can compare it to? Wreck-It Ralph. I know this is a sequel, but I need something, okay? Ralph Breaks the Internet. Let's look at that. How did that do? How did that do? It doesn't even show it. Damn it. This is annoying. It's very annoying. Uh, I doubt Frozen has it, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Um, Frozen, Frozen. Yeah, no. So I can't really compare to most of these, but it did way worse than Moana. It's done way worse than Encanto. Oh wait, good. I don't think Good Dinosaur has it either. But screw it, doesn't hurt to try. I mean, Good Dinosaur is also like a major bomb. It was like Pixar's first bomb. Good Dinosaur. Okay. Did that have Thursday previews? Did it? Did it? Did it? Yeah, it did. 1.3 Tuesday previews. I keep getting it mixed up because I don't do Wednesday previews or midweek previews very often. But 1.3, ugh, worse than that. So Strange World has literally performed worse than two infamous bombs, infamous Thanksgiving bombs from Disney in the form of Good Dinosaur and Encanto. If that doesn't scream doom and gloom, I don't know what does. I really don't, but gotta go all the way back. All the way back. And here we are, back here. Okay, so Tuesday preview is terrible. We can all agree with that. Terrible. So that's a big old con right there. Any other thing I can mention? I mean, there's nothing really else to mention. I mentioned like all the major stuff with this movie: the marketing, lackluster numbers, the gay character. I think I've covered everything. So, okay, opening weekend. Well, we have to like the other movies I've done today. I have to do both 3 day and 5 day. So 5 day, I was initially thinking, it might do a little worse than Encanto, but now looking at these numbers, I'm like, it's definitely going to do worse than Encanto. I think that the best case scenario was like 30 million for the 5 days, which would have been terrible. Judging by early numbers, it feels like this movie's going to do a whole lot worse than that. So I'm gonna have a wide range. I'm gonna say its 5 day weekend is gonna be between 25 and 30 million, and its 3 day is gonna be, I don't know. Uh, I don't know. 15 to 20, somewhere in that range. I think it'll reach. That's what I think. That's what I'm gonna go with. So 25 to 30 for the 5 day, 15 to 20 for the 3 day. I think I remember there was like this comment I read. I think it was like I was like on Box Office Pro looking up like predictions for like movies. I think they call it like long forecast movies. I remember there was a comment of people, and this guy said, whoever it was, said like, "Oh, with the stuff that's in this movie is gonna make Lightyear look like a like a box office like juggernaut or something." And I was like, I don't know. But looking at these numbers, yeah, that guy was right. Absolutely right. And I just want to mention this really quick. I made like a poll. I do polls on the channel, like in my community tab, whenever I'm bored. I want to see what your opinions are on things, how you feel about things. So if you want to, yeah, participate in my polls, go right ahead. I do them whenever. But yesterday I made a poll. I put out, will Strange World be a hit? I wanted to see, you know, what people would think. I had three options. I had yes, no, and I'll watch it on Disney Plus. I really thought it was gonna lean more towards no, because that's what it was looking like, in real life. But for some bizarre reason, like out of like 26 votes I got, 81% of you said yes, it will be a hit. Well, To all you anyone who voted yes, sorry, but you are taking a fat L this weekend. A real fat L because this movie's doing just horrific. I don't know if it'll get I don't know if it'll get worse or better. I don't know. I guess I have to do his final total. Shoot, 100 million is it's just non-existent. So I don't know. Looking at past movies, thinking about how they do 50, 60, 70 million domestic. I think it'll reach that. I know this movie is going to hit Disney Plus like literally like right before Christmas, just like Encanto. So, yeah, I don't know about its legs. I'm just going to say between 50 and 70 million. I think that's where it's going to land. That's a pretty abysmal run for a Disney animated movie, but Disney screwed themselves over here. They really did. And I didn't even mention the whole, Bob Chapek getting fired and being replaced with Bob Iger. Even though Bob Iger stepped down, then Chapek replaced him, and now he's been replaced by Iger, who's was brought back in. I didn't even mention that because why would that affect this movie at all? Like, like that happened like on Sunday night. How would that affect the movie that's literally come out in like 3 days? Like, come on. But yeah, so that's Strange World. And that's it for not just Thanksgiving, but the whole month of November. It was a sad month. Literally one movie has done well, and that's Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That's sure it's not making as much as the first, but at least that made money. Something you can't say about any other movie that's come out this month. So, yeah. November, sad time. Now we go to December. Next week, we're going back to the usual, Friday schedule before Christmas. Christmas is going to get real weird, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, next weekend, I got Violent Night. I guess the quintessential quadruple. I don't know about that one, but I know I'm doing Violent Night. That's guaranteed. Um, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that is it. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? Got playlists on the homepage for all previous um prediction videos I made this year for like all the Disney stuff. I've done all. How could I forget to mention this? Like, I guess under like Bob Chapek's rule, I guess. Man, animation was disrespected so much. it was it actually legit infuriated me. Like what they've done to like so many of their movies, like they kind of just low key just threw them in the trash. Like Soul, Luca, Turning Red just dumped on Disney Plus. Raya and the Last Dragon, like that didn't stand much of a chance with the whole Disney Plus Premier Access thing and opening when it did. Encanto didn't exactly do well. I mean, at least they put more effort in Encanto than Strange World. That's for damn sure. And Lightyear, well, that was a disaster in its own. So, yeah, just it has not been a good decade so far for Disney animation. Not at all. And then Onward, well, that died after 2 weeks thanks to COVID. But yeah, the 2020s have been a real rough decade for Disney animated movies and Pixar movies too. It could get better, but it could get worse. So who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because man, that really grinded my gears with like Chapek and like how he treated animation. Literally calling basically one of those guys who's like animations for kids. Anyone who has that take, I have no respect for you because that is a brain dead take. So yeah. Anywho, all the Disney movies that have come out this year theatrically, I've made prediction videos on all of them. So if you want to watch those, like Lightyear and the Marvel movies like Doctor Strange 2, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, want to see Avatar re-release. So if you want to watch any of those, go right ahead. There is also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I covered Strange World once, and that was when it got its date, and that was episode 92, which I made like last year, almost exactly last year. So, yeah, if you want to watch that episode and any others, I've now done like 166. episodes. So you have plenty to choose from. So go right ahead, watch it all, binge it all from beginning to now. Highly encourage it. Go do it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results of any particular month. November recap will come out within the first 2 weeks of December. I'll let you know if that changes. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I've done on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.